Chris Foster. There's destruction from tornadoes in Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky. There are reports of at least 4 to 6 deaths in Ohio from Fox affiliates in Cleveland and Columbus. In Indiana,
there have been many significant injuries.
State Police Superintendent Doug Carter. Both parents of a Michigan high school shooter are now convicted of manslaughter.
A jury finding the 47-year-old guilty of involuntary manslaughter for his role in his son's 2021 shooting at Oxford High School that left 4 dead. Crumbly's wife, Jennifer, convicted of the same charges. Prosecutors argued the parents failed to secure the gun and missed warning signs. The then 15-year-old was struggling with mental health. Both will be sentenced on April 9th. Their son, Ethan, sentenced to life in prison, convicted of murder and terrorism.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin. There are McDonald's restaurants closed across Europe, Asia, and Australia because of a system failure knocking out online and kiosk ordering. You have to order at the counter, then that person tells someone in the kitchen what to cook, just like old times. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
Well, good morning and TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. We do appreciate all y'all. I'm Rayford Brown.
I'm Kelly Knapp.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
And so welcome into the Live and Local show, the final show of this week. And we go to a different time tomorrow.
We have a special.
We're very special tomorrow from 3 to 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We're going to be at the Angry Ginger restaurant there on Gum Branch Road. And the reason why? To honor Kelly.
It's karaoke contest is going to finish up on Saturday too.
Yeah, we got it's St. Patrick's Day weekend. St. Patty's is okay. St. Patty's is not.
Correct.
I got it.
Yeah.
We just call it Patrick's Day, right?
Most people just say St. Patrick's Day.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Some people just say Patrick's Day.
Yeah. Okay.
But not Patty with a T, ever.
Patty with a D is fine. Patty with a T, nah.
Nope. That's how you know somebody's not Irish right there.
Well, I'm not Irish.
But I just showed you how the proper way to say it.
But I won't remember it.
You'll remember it. I'll remind you.
For 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Tough times going on over there in some of the Midwestern states, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky.
Terrible weather.
Yeah, and Ohio, apparently at least 6 dead there from tornadoes and some other severe weather. There are any number of tornadoes spotted. I've seen pictures of a bunch of them and across the region. And, wow. 3 people in Lakeview, 2 in Midway, and 1 in Orchard Island, according to reports from there. And that's all in Washington Township in Ohio. Wow. You just never know. One of the reasons those weather radios are important, because by the time it gets up and gets down to everything else, it might be too late.
Yeah, they said a tornado hit Lakeside RV Mobile Home Park, and it leveled it. Mm-hmm. And people were trapped underneath wreckage. It was bad.
Very sad.
Some very large tornadoes. I'm looking at these pictures here. Very, very.
Yes.
A lot of injuries in addition to the all the other stuff, the deaths and lots of injuries.
Yeah, it's tragic.
We got a call early in the morning. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Caitlin McAllister from Onslow Memorial Hospital.
Hello, Caitlin. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing fine. What's up?
I was actually calling because I don't know if maybe you guys got a chance to see my email, but this morning Victoria Morales is coming in my place.
Yes.
And just because the Facebook still says me, and I don't want.
Yes, ma'am, because I haven't gone in and corrected it yet. We just saw your email.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll take care of it. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, coming up at the bottom of the hour, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, 7:30. We got from Onslow Memorial, we have Victoria Morales and Jennifer Provost.
Yes.
So, and we're going to be talking about
Hop into Health.
There you go. And
it's a big event they have coming up this Sunday.
Yeah. So it's Hop Along month, because at the end of the month we have Easter as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do.
Where did Bunny eat breakfast?
Well, Lord, I'm almost afraid. I'm afraid to even answer. Lee, why did you get him along.
Well, I didn't do anything.
Go ahead, Rayford, tell us.
I'm not going to do it now. Y'all are disparaging me. If I had any feelings, they would be hurt.
All right, do tell us. Everyone wants to know now.
What's the name of a restaurant that you would think about hopping about?
IHOP.
Thank you.
Oh my
My
gosh.
God, you guys are slow this morning.
Rayford, we hate your jokes.
That wasn't a joke. That was a fact.
Oh,
Yeah,
somebody make him stop. It's too early.
but anyway, we have a couple of fine guests coming in here very shortly, so we'll be talking with them about some events coming up at the this weekend. So that will be a lot of fun. Y'all need to pay attention to it too, because there's some good stuff coming out of Onslow Memorial. I got commentaries this morning.
Oh, okay. Well, let me just get comfortable in my chair and sit back. Go ahead.
Well, first I'm going to start with a few little facts here going on. U.S. District Court Judge Eileen Cannon yesterday dismissed former President Trump's motion to dismiss charges of retaining classified documents on the grounds of unconstitutional vagueness. This is only one of two motions from Trump's legal team. The judge has not ruled on the other motion to dismiss based on the Presidential Records Act. Defense attorney Todd Blanche argued earlier that the Trump position is that the PRA gives the president the authority to retain documents he sees fit and essentially take them home or out of the White House. And if that's accurate, that alone could prove fatal to special counsel Jack Smith's indictment. We have conflicting rules here, apparently. You got one that he says he's going to dismiss this thing dismiss Trump's argument because that doesn't pertain. But then this other one, that it might even supersede all of that. The PRA, the so-called Public Records Act, was passed in the late 70s, and nothing in the statute says anything about documents with markings or anything that gives the National Archives and Records Administration the ability to challenge a president's decision about which documents are personal versus presidential. Team Trump also pointed often that then President Trump caused those boxes to be moved while he was still president, and that this is the first time the NARA has challenged a decision made by any president about which documents are personal versus presidential. They claim NARA only took this action because the president in question was Donald Trump. Politics.
It's craziness.
Yes, it is.
It's all interpretation.
Mm-hmm. My. Okay, time for me to have something to say. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Go ahead.
Sometimes members of the U.S. legislature need to know their place. Senator Chuck Schumer has called on Israel to elect a new prime minister to replace Benjamin Netanyahu in order to move towards a lasting peace between Israelis and Palestinians in the form of a two-state solution. In order to move towards a lasting peace? Really? A lasting peace in that area? That's even funnier than Miss America contestants choosing world peace as a platform.
World peace.
We don't even have peace inside the borders of the United States. We have terrorists, drug and human smugglers, violent gang members, and other forms of lowlife coming into the United States and doing bad things to our citizens. Schumer and the rest of the liberal legislators are following the lead of the current president and aren't doing anything about it other than blaming conservatives because they would not sign onto a so-called border security bill that still allowed 5,000 immigrants to be flown into our country every day. Listen up, half-wits. Drug traffickers, human traffickers, gangsters are not going to be coming here on those flights. They'll continue sneaking into Texas and other border states undetected. The cartel will continue trying to flood the border with families so the Border Patrol officers won't be able to keep their eye on the areas of the border that aren't guarded. It's called a smokescreen, a red herring. For you football lovers, it's known as a running interference. For Schumer and other naysayers who want to interfere in Israel's business, what business is it of yours? Do you have an ulterior motive other than to grab headlines so your constituents won't pick up on the fact that you're doing nothing to protect the interests of these United States? Yep, another smokescreen. Israel is not a threat to this country. Venezuela, Colombia, Mexico cartels, and any number of other countries and terrorist groups within just a few hours of our borders are killing tens of thousands of Americans each year. How many died from fentanyl overdoses last year?
Over 110,000.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tens of thousands. Fix what's ailing us now, and then we can stick our noses into places where they don't belong. that good enough for you?
That was good. You did good.
Okay.
Applause, applause.
That better than the jokes?
Much better than the jokes, Rayford.
I like the jokes.
I know you do.
Yeah, we should get hit every morning with a joke when we come in.
It's just
Yeah.
some of it, y'all, Rayford can't say them on the air, so you just don't know how bad some of them are.
I can say them on the air once. Hunter Biden's former business partner, one of them, is taking some shots at the president's son, calling him out, saying that Hunter had bragged previously that he would gladly appear before a congressional delegation to set the record straight on his and his family's business dealings. Well, seems Hunter is more mouth than anything else. He said he will not accept the invitation to sit down for a chat next week. Well, his lawyer says it's because he has a hearing in California the day before to answer to various charges pending against him there, those gun charges, those pesky gun charges. Hunter's partner, Tony Bobulinski, claims that the younger Biden has had his chance and to tell the American people the truth. He's been adamant, Bobulinski says, I like that name, that he wants to go before the American people, and oversight is now giving him that opportunity. In Mr. Bobulinski's words aimed at Hunter, now is the time to step up, Hunter, as you have said you want to do. Don't cower in the face of accountability and in this fight for truth and democracy. I like this guy, by the way. I don't know whether he's as sleazy as his ex-business partner. He doesn't mince words, and he's ready, willing, and able to meet with the House oversight next week. And any other time, he said, they want to ask him questions. My only advice to Bobulinski right now, sleep with one eye open inside a secure building. They don't want him up there.
Bobulinski, wasn't he on that movie? What was that movie, Kelly? Grease.
Bobulinski?
What?
Never mind. You continue on.
I don't know what she's talking about, Rayford.
There's a
What's wrong with
character
all y'all
in the
here
movie
today?
called Grease. His name was Bobulinski.
I've watched Grease a million times. Who's
Yeah.
Bob?
There was a character, Bobulinski.
Okay,
Oh,
y'all
I-
continue. I'm going to find this out.
I am too. I have no idea who she's
All right,
talking
make it a
about.
mission to prove Lee wrong.
Yeah.
Bobulinski.
Grease character.
I only come up with the political Bobulinski.
Okay, I'm gonna read them all. I got them right here. I'm still leaving.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Danny and Sandy. We've got Kaniki Murdoch, Frenchie.
What's their last names?
All of them aren't listed. Okay. Betty Rizzo, Danny Zuko, Kaniki Murdoch, Frenchie, she didn't have a last name, Sandy Olson, Marty Maraschino.
What does this say right here? Videos of Bobulinski in Greece.
I hear what you're saying. Duty, Sonny, Jan, Vince Fontaine, Patty Simcox, Eugene Felnick, Cha-Cha De Gregorio, Putsy, Tom Chisholm, Johnny Casino, Principal McGee, Leo, the Teen Angel, Nurse Wilkins, Coach Blanche Hodel, Johnny Casino and the Gamblers, Mrs. Murdoch, Girl in the Quad, Mr. Lynch, and then the rest of the people just have a waitress, dancer. Nobody's named Bobulinski, and
Well,
some
right
dude
here
named
it
Mike.
says
She just found it.
videos of Bobulinski in Greece.
Okay,
I can't tell you exactly which character it was, but I
Oh,
just remember that name from Greece.
I have not seen it a million times. I may have seen it once.
I've seen it a million times.
Mm.
Watch it with the daughter and the granddaughter, and oh yeah,
Okay, you finished with that?
yeah. Let's
No.
move on.
The sister of a Missouri boy killed in a head-on collision expressed outrage following the arrest of a woman who was in the United States illegally. Travis Wolf, one day just shy of celebrating his 12th birthday in December, when authorities say Edrina Braco, a Venezuelan migrant without a driver's license, slammed into his family's car head-on. The teen died in the hospital just last week, 3 months after the wreck. They had to pull the plug. Taylor Wolf told Fox and Friends Thursday that it makes her angry after her brother passed. Everybody here has to get a driver's license, she said, and we all have to learn how to drive, and we have to take a test to get our license. And she didn't do that, first of all. Second of all, she wasn't supposed to be here. And if she would have just come here legally, they would have had the documents on her to be able to get insurance. Now my family is stuck with the loss of a child because she didn't know how to drive. The day of the accident, Taylor said she received from the Life 360 app that showed her family at a sudden stop. Unable to contact anyone, she arrived at the scene to discover the wreckage.
It is so sad.
Bracco, who was 33, was barreling down the highway the wrong way, going 70 miles per hour in a 40-mile-per-hour speed zone. Travis' parents suffered broken ribs, and a broken sternum, and more. Bracco remains in jail under a $500,000 bond. She's facing charges of involuntary manslaughter in the first degree, 2 counts of assault in the second degree, 2 counts of endangering a child in the first degree, and 1 count of operating a vehicle without a valid license. The jailhouse is too good for her.
Absolutely correct.
But there are people going to say, let's just deport her, get her out of here. Why? She'll come back.
They let everybody come
We
back.
know what happens.
We know what happened with the last one.
Okay, let's take a break. You're live and local. Real Talk Freedom,
Good to go.
97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Weather's next.
We've unlocked the vaults, and we're replaying Casey Kasem's American Top 40, the 70s. This week is from March 10th, 1979. That's when Barry Manilow was looking somewhere in the night. Susie Quattro was stumbling in. The Village People stayed at the YMCA. And Rod Stewart asked, "Do you think I'm sexy?" You'll hear those songs and all the top 40 hits from March 10th, 1979, right here on Casey Kasem's American Top 40, the 70s.
Make sure you check out 1840, Saturday morning, 8 to 11 on Freedom 97.1 at 1120 AM, WSME.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-290-5599. That's 1-800-290-5599. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-290-5599. That's 1-800-290-5599.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
Locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Well, today's the day. You can't wait any longer. Today is the last day to take advantage of a special sale on bait and tackle, including rod and reel combos at Tideline Marine right here in Jacksonville. Through 5 o'clock this afternoon, you can save 20% off any bait or tackle in stock. And lucky you, Tideline has just received an early shipment of fishing lures, and they're included in the special. Now, beginning tomorrow, ready, my Irish lady? It's the Luck of the Irish special offers. $500 off any John boats in stock, and get this, $2,000 off the price of any of the Predators in stock. No, knock yourself out and, save some nice bucks this weekend. Tideline Marine and Family, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Offshore today, southwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots, increasing to 15 to 25 this afternoon. Seas 2 to 4 feet, dominant period 5 seconds. Sounds and rivers of moderate chop, becoming a little choppy this afternoon. Tomorrow, westerly winds offshore 10 to 15 knots, becoming northeasterly in the afternoon. Seas 3 to 5, sounds and rivers of moderate chop. And on Sunday, southwesterly winds 10 to 15, seas 2 to 4 feet. And sounds and rivers of moderate chop. Looking to be a pretty good weekend on the water.
Today it's going to start to have increased clouds, but the high will be 83.
Oh,
It will
summertime.
It's going to feel amazing. The pollen will be stirring around though, guys, because we'll have gusty winds with gusts as high as 18 miles an hour. Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 a.m., mostly cloudy, a low of 59. Tomorrow, partly sunny, a high of 68. What happened to the 70? But
It's coming back.
I know. Saturday night, mostly cloudy, low of 55. But then on Sunday, yes, it does come back. Awesome. Partly sunny, high of 76. And fairly calm winds, so that's a good thing.
Yes.
Monday's going to be 65 and Tuesday 55. I don't like those temperatures.
Well, 65 and 55 is still wintertime. You know that, right?
Till when?
March 21st.
Yeah, Thursday, yeah.
Yeah. So then it'll warm up again.
I know.
Okay.
I like
It'll be
Sunday's
about time.
forecast.
And then it'll be about time to plant the flowers and plant the tomatoes and stuff, right?
Yes, exactly.
We have a couple of guests in the studio this
Yes,
morning.
we do.
From Onslow Memorial Hospital, OMH. We're shifting chairs here, so give us just a second or two. We have Victoria Morales from Rada Marine. She's a physician relations specialist, member of the Events and Activities Committee. So I guess they got some good events coming up. And then we also have in here, we have Jennifer Provo. Is it pronounced Provo? Did I do it right?
Provost.
Provost. Okay. Some of them are without the ST. Just
They do.
Provo.
Yeah. You're right.
Right. So you got some big events coming up, and one of them is Sunday.
Yes.
Let's talk about it, Victoria.
Yeah. So we have our Hop into Health event. It is a free community health screening and resource fair event. So we'll be inside and outside. So inside will be at outpatient rehab facility right off of Western in front of the mall. Right there. And we'll do the screening. So we'll have multiple agencies, including Onslow Memorial Hospital, doing various health screenings. And then outside, we'll have some of our community resources and partners giving away information. I know EMS is going to be doing Narcan training, hands-free CPR, and just a lot of just great community resources.
Okay, you got my attention. Hands-free CPR.
Yes.
How do you do that?
Jen? I'm not clinical, so
I'm a specialist.
and I haven't been to the event yet, so I don't. That's how I'm gonna learn.
We're gonna learn.
We're gonna learn
Wow.
at the event.
The only
This will be
hands-free CPR I've
interesting.
ever seen is they got a little pump they can put there, and it does it. But I don't think that's for normal people to have. That's just for
Yeah.
EMS folks I've seen.
Yes, yes, the Narcan. And so it'll be various organizations. So the health department will be there, Dick's Crisis Center, like I said, EMS. So a lot of great information will be shared that day.
Okay. All right.
Interesting.
You guys have this every year, Jennifer?
So we do have various screening and health events throughout the year. One of the barriers that we have found is getting a large group of people to come to these events. For instance, throughout the year, we'll host cervical cancer screenings or clinical breast exams, prostate screening, colorectal screening, and none of those are super well attended. And we want to make sure that we're getting information out there in a way that people receive it.
Okay.
And so we thought, let's bring a whole large group together. Let's incorporate a lot of different things. Let's take a lot of time to make sure that we're getting the information out well and see how it goes. So,
Okay.
Well, I think that's good because for colon cancer, for example, it's affecting more and more younger people. And a lot of younger people do not go get screenings. So I think this will be a good way for the younger population to come out. I think they have it in their mind sometimes this is an older person's disease and it is not.
yes, we are seeing cancer younger and younger. It's honestly, it's crazy. The colorectal screening kits that we have, I actually brought you guys some as well, so that you can have them and use it and return them. You just take them over to Onslow Diagnostics. It's 200 Memorial Drive. And actually throughout the entire month of March, even if you're not able to attend the event on Sunday, throughout the entire month of March, there will be colorectal screening kits available at Onslow Diagnostics, again, 200 Memorial Drive. And everything's in the kit, tells you exactly what to do and where to return it. So
that's cool.
Yes. We're very excited about that. So we'll have the colorectal, we're going to do clinical breast exams, and we're going to have lung cancer screening information. So lung cancer screenings is actually quite difficult. The criteria for being approved through insurance for a lung cancer screening is very specific. And then, so once you come to the event, we'll kind of fill out the information, figure out whether or not that person qualifies for one, and then we'll help navigate insurance and all that good stuff, trying to get people in.
Okay. The other screenings that you'll be doing, are they free?
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
So regardless of your income.
That is correct. And with a lot of our things, we try to figure out ways to meet the needs of our patients. So, for instance, we're going to do the clinical breast exam, and then let's say a provider detects something on a patient's breast. We're going to make sure that they have the appropriate exam order, and then we'll do our best to get patients plugged into the BSEP program in Onslow County, or the charity care program that the hospital has if they don't have insurance and if they meet those financial restraints. So we do everything within our power to get patients plugged in one way or another.
I've seen in the past in other areas, and it could have been here as well, but I wasn't always here. They had a early detection of cancer, various cancers, and they were treated. People had no clue, but they went and just got it because it was free.
Yeah.
And then they came back, found out they had something, and it was treatable at that point in time.
Exactly. That's the biggest thing. Just getting in there, getting the screening done, and then cancer is very treatable typically. You know, we have to know about it, and then we have to take the right steps.
Catch it early.
That's right.
Okay. You got any stories about that? In the past, has any screenings been done here that turned out positive?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Really?
I remember the very first patient that when I first started doing mammo, my very first patient that I looked at the image and I was like, I don't think that looks so great. That patient was 40 years old, and she was in there for her very first screening mammogram. And I remember as a mammo tech, and this being the first time that I was able to look at an image and be like, "Ooh," trying to navigate those conversations and keeping the conversation flowing and keeping it normal. And even as like the mammo tech, not the patient, like that impacted me. And I did her diagnostic mammo, and I actually did her stereotactic breast biopsy. And she turned to me and she said, "You knew, didn't you?" And I said, "Well, I thought I did, but I wasn't sure, you know." But for years, she would come in and see me, even after like she ended up having mastectomy and things like that. She would still come in, show me pictures of her grandkids and all that good stuff. So yes, there's a lot of really powerful stories. We have had patients that, you know, are pregnant, going through pregnancy and treatment. at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Still, heart disease is probably the biggest killer these days still, right?
Yes.
You got any screenings for that?
So I know we're doing stroke. We have a general screening prevention that we do at the library and that we take out to various events. So we have a great team that tries to get in front of our community with all of these preventive care resources. So again, it all goes back to some of the basic things: weight, your blood pressure, and those are all conversations that our teammates talk to our community members about.
Yeah, one of the big preventative pieces with cancer and all things, like Victoria was just saying, is healthy eating. And so we're actually really excited that for this event, we've been able to partner with Blue Cross Blue Shield and Feast Down East, and they're going to have a produce stand out there. So we're also going to be able to help meet some food insecurities. So we're really excited about this event.
Are you guys? Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Do you do any cooking classes while you're at it? Teach people how to cook this stuff to make it taste good?
I'm going to tell you right now.
For you.
So like, that's actually something that we would love, at least in the oncology world, we would love to be able to start navigating through. We have a lot of ideas and we are growing, and that is definitely.
I mean, you could spread all those great vegetables if you want, but you know what? People don't know how to cook them unless they get them out of a can.
So I'll add that on Saturday, they're at the farmers market, they're having the Bucket Brigade event. And because we can't be there physically on Saturday, because it's pretty much all hands on deck on Sunday, we have talked to the team over there and said, what we asked them, like, what are they putting in the buckets? And so kale is one of them. So our cafeteria is actually putting together we're going to give away a recipe card. So
Really?
to what you just mentioned, we're going to share something that, I mean, they're actually planting the kale, and we're telling you what's an easy, yummy recipe of what to do with your kale whenever it's grown. And so, I mean, we're not doing the cooking classes, but we're finding those ways to be present at some of these community events, but also share what our cafeteria does and the yummy food that they have. And, you know, so all around, and just going back to what we were saying off air, is health is everything. Health is transportation. Health is having yummy food. Health is knowing how to cook that yummy food, and
Mental
also
health.
knowing those resources in our community, which is what we plan on doing on Sunday as well.
Are you guys planning to do any diabetes screenings? Because I know diabetes here in Ozark County the numbers are very high. Okay.
Yes. So that goes back to that general
Mhm.
screening.
Good.
So yes, that will be part of it.
Good.
Awesome.
Any other screenings you got going out there that we need to know about, the people need to know about?
One thing that I will mention is that, you know, I came and talked to you guys last year about the Miles from Ammo 5K. And that is up now for people to go and register for the 5K event. That is how we pay for Julie's Pink Warrior Project and
Okay.
raise funds for patients to have free screening mammograms. So just a little something.
Okay.
We even got some background music with it. That's
Yeah.
cool. I know.
Yeah,
That was
it's like
awesome.
right for
Perfect
cued
timing.
music.
Yes.
Like,
when is the Miles for Mammo going
It's
to be?
it is October 19th this
Okay.
year.
Right.
Okay, we're
those
going to get you back in to promote that.
A lot of
few times, too.
wonders.
Yes. Yep.
I remember
absolutely.
when you were on last year. That was it was a good segment.
So how's the participation last year?
It was incredible. We came close to doubling what we had done the year prior. Like
Cool.
I was completely floored, blown away, and just truly grateful. It was a really incredible event. We had a lot of people volunteer and also partner with us, and I was humbled. Very much so. And so we're hoping to make this year even bigger and better, and just continue to get the awareness out there, because Onslow does have a lot of really great and wonderful programs, Julie's Pink Warrior being one. But if people don't know about it, it's no good.
Right.
Is there going to be anything on Sunday for kids?
Absolutely. So we have an egg hunt. We also are going to have an Easter bunny out there, and we're going to have like a little corner area in the rehab facility for the patient, for kids to go and play if parents are wanting to get the screenings and things like
that's
that.
a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Easter Bunny's going to be over at the IHOP, right?
Oh, you don't stop.
You are focused on that IHOP this morning.
It's one of his bad jokes.
We should have partnered with the IHOP.
I know.
We're up into health. Next year, we're growing.
See, out of my silly jokes comes a good idea, right?
Oh my gosh.
Breakfast. IHOP can cook a nourishing breakfast.
Yeah.
They can.
They could team up.
What else we got cooking? Lee, you got questions?
Oh, I was just going to ask about the Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
She's already gone over that thing for the an event for the children,
Mm-hmm.
and they can learn a little bit about health at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. We're also going to have pig lungs out there, which
what?
would pig lungs. Yeah.
Pig
So
lungs?
yes, I have real pig lungs.
Do they come separate from the pig?
They do. They do. They are separated.
How do you cook them?
We're not cooking them, Rayford.
Oh,
So they actually represent unhealthy and unhealthy lungs.
Okay.
So we have some that the pig smoked a little bit too much, and then we have a healthy pig. And so there's actually like a tumor that's embedded within the unhealthy pig lung. And so we'll have gloves out there, and people can come and
Touch
feel
it
the
and stuff, yeah.
lungs. And
Okay.
yeah, it's really cool.
I've seen that before.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen some tissues taken from humans, you know,
Mhm.
over the past, and from smokers where it was so telling, the smokers' lungs.
Yes.
Disgusting.
Yes, it's gross.
If I had been a smoker, I would have quit then, but I've never been, so I didn't have to quit.
Same.
Very good.
All right, let's go ahead and take a break. If anybody's got a question, now's the time to call 910-333-0139. Again, I'll slow it down for you. 910-333-0139. You're live in local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Hi, this is Rick Dees. Anybody like great music? Yeah, over here, baby. I thought so. Well, we have the weekly top 40 for you here this weekend, plus a Honda Elite 50e scooter on the weekly top 40 challenge, thanks to Orion Pictures, because this show has no budget. Hey, Keith Sweat will be right here in the studio with us this weekend. Plus, we're going to give more prizes away because you deserve them. The weekly top 40. We'll see you here this weekend.
The weekly top 40 80s edition, Sunday night, 6 to 10 on Freedom 97.1.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of these specials and many more at your locally owned and operated Richlands Piggly Wiggly, where good things cost less. Down the street, Highway 24 Richlands. Corned beef brisket flats are only $4.99 a pound. Whole top sirloin is $5.99 a pound. Top sirloin fillets, $8.99 a pound. 10 pounds or more fresh ground beef is only $2.59 a pound. Whole bone-in pork loin, just $1.59 a pound. Over in produce, crisp green cabbage, just 49 cents a pound. And you get a 1 pound bag of peeled baby carrots for just 99 cents. And enjoy down-home country cooking in the deli 7 days a week in the store. You can dine in or take out, featuring hot, fresh chicken that will make you smile. Country breakfast starts at 5:30 a.m. daily at your Richlands Piggly Wiggly. The deli is home to the famous Merle Bowl. You can also take advantage of the fast-friendly pharmacy located inside Richlands Piggly Wiggly. Richlands Piggly Wiggly, down the street. Highway 24 Richlands. Remember, say big with the P.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want it painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, we're back live in the studio with us. We have a couple of fine folks here from the Onslow Memorial Hospital, Victoria Morales and Jennifer Provost. Is that right?
Hi.
You got it.
Sometimes I can remember things, but not for very long.
Talking about remember, can I say that I said the wrong thing earlier about the CPR?
Yeah.
It's hands-free CPR.
Hands
It's
free.
only. I
Oh my
can't say hands-free. Hands only. So
I
yes.
was wondering how that.
I was going to
the whole time. Like,
we thought maybe a machine is what we're talking
Well,
about. But
I've seen the machine. They've got a machine,
Yeah.
but that's, EMS personnel carry that.
Yeah,
I
on board.
just picture somebody jumping up and down.
when you got to save a life, you got to save a life.
Well, that's
That's
right.
what you got to do.
I read something actually yesterday about if you're doing CPR, if you sing the song "Staying Alive" in your head, it
That's
gives
right.
the accurate counts of how you're supposed to
Yes.
press.
It does.
I never knew that till
Yes.
yesterday.
I
How
can't
many
sing.
counts is it now?
Well, you
And I
just
don't know the
shake
words.
your head.
I can't even use the word. I don't even know the
How do
words.
you not know the words?
I won't
To
ask.
what?
Staying alive.
That's a reason why. Can't remember it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Everybody in the audience is going to be singing that in their head.
Yeah,
now.
It's in my
I know.
head
All
now.
day.
But
I
it's
know.
a thing. So,
mm.
are you doing any kind of like cholesterol screenings?
I think
So the general screening
Mhm.
has different
Awesome.
elements to
Okay.
it, and again, it's kind of just it is very basic, but
Mhm.
it goes back to all those basic needs.
Correct.
So that's what's really important
Okay.
is just getting that baseline, and that's what our folks can help do.
And I would say if you can get people to do the initial screening and so they can see it's not bad,
Yeah.
then they will not be afraid to go get other screenings if they need it. So,
Yeah, I think I do think that is a barrier
Mhm.
for people to come to these events. It's just the fear,
Yeah.
and I find it funny. I will post a lot of like cancer related things like on my Facebook and stuff. That doesn't get near as many people interacting with it as just your normal old stuff. Like I think you don't really want to think about it, but cancer affects everybody. There's no one, I don't think, that doesn't know someone who's been touched or affected, by cancer or any other health related event. And just being proactive is the best thing that you can do.
A lot of folks don't understand, but some of those things that your dermatologist do to you or to prevent any further action for skin cancer, because all three of us in here have been through that, right?
I'm currently going through it right now. I'm taking radiation for 2 little spots right there. And I opted for that rather than cut my face open.
Yeah.
But the
I
radiologist
offered to
said
cut her
that-
face and she told me no. Just saying.
the radiologist, him and I had a long discussion, and he said he's got an extremely high success rate by using the radiation. It's 15 minutes. I'm in and out. And I'm like, yeah, okay. But, it's something that I've never experienced. It's not in my family. But,
But she got screened, and that's how
that's right.
it was caught. So people
That's
should
right.
go get screenings of
Well,
all
I
kinds.
didn't get screened. I just had our
Yeah.
professional caregiver
Yes.
took care of me. So when I went in for a regular exam, she said, we need to get you, had this thing checked out. And I
Yes.
did, and whack, whack.
Mm-hmm.
I opted for the knife.
I wish I'd have known. I would have come and offered to do it for them.
No, you don't want to bring a knife to my fight.
But I think this is good. You're incorporating families, where parents don't have to say, well, I can't go. I don't have a babysitter. So this is a good thing. There's no reason why, and it's going to be a nice day Sunday. So there's no
Yes, it
reason why
is.
people cannot go out and
Well,
go
and
get this
just
done.
drop your kid off at Kelly's anytime. She'll take care of it. They'll,
Yeah,
you
go get your screening.
there you go. You
And
might
that
psychoanalyze them while
Text
you're
me
at
for the
it.
That's true.
And that's what we talked about early on when we were planning the event was how do we get as many people, and just like we've talked about the community just in general, we're kind of nervous. It's easier to not know than to know. And so when we've done the screenings in the past, they've been isolated. It's, we know transportation's an issue, and to take some time out of your Saturday to go to one office, that's difficult for some people. So bringing the families involved, having the other community resources, and putting as much in one central location for our community members was important for us to try to get as many people as possible.
And you're having an egg hunt that will bring
Yes,
families.
yes.
So that's good. Yeah.
It's good.
We're saying come after church,
Yeah,
after
right.
you leave service, stop by, get the screening, and you still have the rest of the day.
Are these real eggs?
Real
No.
Well, they're real plastic eggs.
Real plastic eggs
that are filled with
Yes.
candy.
So you
Real
can't-
eggs is very expensive
hard.
right now.
Yeah. No one's
You're
going
not
to give
been to
away real
grocery store.
eggs. Yeah. Yeah.
kind
Wait
of
for
hard to
this
peel
shop.
those plastic eggs though.
Yeah.
I'm all about are eggs good for you?
Are eggs good for you?
I don't know. I'm sure things like that change.
Yeah, I think overall, again, it just goes back to moderation, healthy eating, as long as you're also eating and having vegetables and fruit and, diversifying. And as long as you're eating in general, we're seeing that again is another issue in our community is that food insecurity. And,
Speaking of which,
yes,
we are having a Chew food drive.
yes.
Oh, good.
Yes.
That's a great
next
organization.
month. Yes.
Bring some food.
Yeah, absolutely. So if people want to bring food to Onslow,
Yeah.
they can bring it.
Yeah.
And
What do they need to bring? I know this is for take home, for the kids to take home.
that's
Especially mac and cheese type stuff for sure. Box
yes,
things
box
that
mac
are,
and cheese,
Non-perishable.
Yes.
non-perishables. So no glass jars. That's a rule.
thank you.
It needs to be vegetables, fruits, canned meat,
Breakfast snacks. is
breakfast
another one.
snacks. Ramen is actually one. Soup is one.
Really?
Ramen.
Yeah.
Yep.
This will be the third food drive that we're going to do. And
There's
we'll
something-
do the pack out in May, but if people want to bring it, we'll be collecting it because we'll need a lot in May.
Well, you gave a disparaging look there, Lee, about ramen noodles. But they're cheap, number one.
Oh, I
Number
understand.
two, you can add some shrimp, some small shrimp to it when you're cooking, and some onions. You got a great flavor, and it's not bad. It's pretty healthy.
No, I just wanted to make sure that's what they were referring to, that comes in the little package. It's very inexpensive, but
Yep.
goes a long way.
Yep, it does. And my son eats up some ramen. He loves it.
I got a restaurant here featuring ramen noodles down
Yes.
on Western Boulevard. And I said,
Yeah.
what? You're really
Yes.
kidding me.
Those are very popular.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Those are very
First one I've seen.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, anything else we can help you with?
No, again, we just hope that we see our community members turn out for this event. We want it to be very successful so that we could continue to show our leadership, show our teammates that, hey, our community wants more of these and our partners want more of these. And it's just very needed in our area. And we want to provide that education and build the relationship back. I know Penny talked about that yesterday, that we want to build that relationship with our community members, that we're here and we're here to serve them.
Did we give the hours for this event? I'm not
1
sure
to
we-
4.
1 to 4. Okay, 1 to 4 on Sunday.
1 to 4 on Sunday.
Kiddies are welcome.
Kids are welcome. And the
No pets.
no pets. No
Oh,
pets. But the egg hunt will be 1:30 for our 0 to 3, and then we will do 2:30 for 4 to 8. And for our 0 to 3, parents can help them. For 4 to 8
They can
kiddos
do it
by
themselves.
themselves.
Yeah.
Let 'em
Yeah.
loose.
Yeah. So, and bring a bag. We will try to have some on hand just in case, but bring a bag or an Easter basket to collect your eggs.
Yeah, you've got plenty of those shopping bags left, I'm sure.
Yeah.
If not, I've got a ton full of them to be recycled.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great event.
It will be a good
Thank
event.
you.
Good.
Yeah.
Thanks to OMH for putting this on.
Thank you for
So,
having
good
us.
community service.
Thank you
Right.
very
All
much.
right.
Excellent.
Ladies, thank you.
Thanks.
All right,
Thank you,
take care.
guys.
You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
If you're looking for a home, or perhaps you want to sell your house, why would you not pick a realtor that knows Eastern North Carolina? Candy Brown Thompson has lived her entire life in this area and knows the territory like the back of her hand. She's a realtor with Century 21 Champion in Jacksonville and is known as a professional that will do everything possible to find the right home to meet your needs. It matters not whether you're looking for a small starter home or you're ready for a larger home. Candy will stick her neck out and check out homes throughout the eastern part of the state. She's known to look high and low and show you as many houses as you want until you have found the perfect house you can turn into. Throughout the process, she'll treat you with grace, kindness, and integrity, and you'll love her sense of humor. For a realtor dedicated to her clients, give Candy Brown Thompson of Century 21 Champion a call at 910-787-5600. That's 910-787-5600.
It's Angry Ginger Irish Pub St. Patrick's Day weekend celebration. It all gets underway tonight. Get ready to wear your green with the biggest St. Patty's Day party in Jacksonville. Inside the pub, check out DJ Don and the Sham Rock and Roll Karaoke Contest semifinals at 9:30 p.m. Outside in the Garden Pavilion, it's live music from Freeway from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. The silent auction table to benefit Onslow Outreach opens at 6 p.m. and goes on throughout the weekend. Saturday, March 16th in the Garden Pavilion. Come join in the fun with DJ Donna and the Sham Rock and Roll Karaoke Contest Finals from 3 to 6 p.m. In the pub, it's Matt Boland from 5 till 8 p.m. And the Mid-Atlantic Band from 8 to 11 p.m. in the Garden. With Steel County Express from 10 to 1 a.m. in the pub. St. Patrick's Day, Sunday, March 17th. A bagpiper will open and close the festivities with Celtic Sessions from 1 to 4 p.m. And multi-instrumentalist, vocalist, and recording artist featuring Irish music, Ed Harris from 5 to 8 p.m. And coming soon, it's The Rough at the Angry Ginger, featuring 5 golf simulators with a VIP bay and much more. The Angry Ginger, located at 1202 Gumrush Road, Jacksonville, 910-333-9198. Online, angrygingeririshpub.com.
Chico's Tires, 2320 Wilmington Highway is Jacksonville's oldest tire company, and now Jacksonville's newest tire company is Little Chico's, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard. Little Chico's carries all the major brands and all sizes, such as Michelin, Goodyear, BF Goodrich, Bridgestone, and many others, and all new tires have warranty. In addition to a great selection of new tires, Little Chico's has used tires starting at only $30. In addition to new and used tires, Little Chico's does brake service, minor auto and truck repair, expert custom window tinting, and towing. So if you need tires, new or used, brake service, minor auto or truck repair, expert window tinting, or if you need a tow, visit Jacksonville's newest tire store, Little Chico's, 1675 North Marine Boulevard. By phone 910-33 473 for Little Chico's Tire Service, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard, right here in Jacksonville.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local Carrier indoor weather team. Serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967, now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the Carrier experts. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax, we're on the way.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we got it now, right? That's the sound that you're looking for. How's that sound?
That's going to stay in my head all day. Thank you, Kelly.
So if you have to use any CPR today, that's the beat that you need to use to.
Yeah, it's changed a lot.
Everybody
over
needs
the
to have
years.
some earbuds, I guess.
Right.
And there are
right.
different parts of a CPR today. It's mostly just using the hands. If you can keep the heart
Right.
going until the emergency
Just
guys
keep
get there,
pumping.
you got it done. Stopping to breathe without a second person there to assist is a pain.
That's right.
So-
Yeah. It used to be that way too. You had so many compressions and then so many breaths,
Yeah.
and then you had to return to the
I
compression.
forgot
then
what
to
I
the
forgot what
breaths.
the numbers were, but
It's
today
changed
is
so
you
much
just
over the
constant
years.
keep
They say-
pumping, keep pumping.
But they say if you sing that in your head, you'll and pump to the beat,
Yep.
you're doing CPR correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Got to get the right spot.
Yeah. Just want to put the word out for all of us that we send our deepest condolences to our
Yes.
friend Chris Marks and his family. Chris is a frequent caller and a guest on this show, but his mother passed away early yesterday morning, and we just wanted to send our condolences.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Thank you. It's always tough.
It is tough, especially when you're losing your parents. You know, she was 91. She lived a long
Mhm.
life, big family, and she was very well thought of. So I hope her journey is
Smooth.
smooth
It
and
will be.
beautiful.
Smooth sailing.
And when she hits those gates, they're up there singing for her. And then we have somebody else that we have been a frequent caller, Howard
Yes.
Claus.
Yes.
And we had a caller last week that called in about starting a fundraiser to help Howard.
Mm-hmm.
And he finally got the website up and going. And if it's okay with you,
Yes.
I will post that
Please.
information on our
This
page.
is legitimate. This is not a scam, guys.
Yes.
We know this one. This is
This
totally
is a
110%.
this is
legit.
like a GoFundMe, but it's done by a Christian website that
Mhm.
doesn't charge fees, and anything you donate goes directly to Howard, not the middleman. But it's called Give, Send, Go.
There you go.
So if you key that in, and then in the search bar, just put for Howard, it takes you right to it. But I will put that information on our page
Okay,
later,
good.
so people can contribute.
Howard's a great guy.
He is a great guy.
He used to jump out of airplanes, do all sorts
Yes,
of things.
yes.
And, he has had his injuries.
Yes.
His trials and tribulations. Never said die.
Still delivering the newspaper, but I don't think recently
They're not
he's been
doing it now.
delivering.
No.
And so that has set him back financially.
Mhm.
So Gary that called in last week
Right.
was discussing, and he spends a lot of time with Howard trying to help him. So I'll put that information on our
Was he able to
Facebook
get the
page.
gift card yet?
No, we're supposed to meet this weekend for
Oh,
it. In
good.
fact, maybe
Excellent.
today.
Excellent. Yeah, we got a gift card, and it was we gave it away on the air, and actually Vic won it, and Vic said he
Yes.
wanted to give it to Howard. So it's taken a while to get the connection going, but we've got it on the way. So Vic, if you're
Right.
listening, thank you, and Howard, hope you enjoy it.
Yes.
And thanks to the Golden Corral for supplying those gift cards that we give away.
Oh, absolutely.
Matter of fact, I may go by there for lunch today. Old Fogey's lunches from 1 to 3. If you're old enough, you get them. There's a big discount on them. Did you know that?
Yes, you've
From
told
1
us.
to 3
Yes.
weekdays.
Yes.
I can eat enough for all weekend long.
You can. You go to Golden Corral and you fill up so fast, you don't eat for 24 hours.
I just
after
don't
that.
stop though. I just keep filling and pack it down. Jump
That's
up
a
and
good
down.
way to lose weight.
The way you do it is you go in and you fill yourself up. You can't eat anymore, so you stand up and you jump up and down, and it packs it down, gives you more room.
Okay.
Don't
The
try this at home,
problem with
folks.
filling your belly and then jumping up and down is
don't
you might
try-
have to go sit for a while
Don't
in
try this
the
at home, please.
special room. So
You're live in local real talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We're full of it. It's Friday.
WSMU, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. There are reports of at least 6 people killed in Ohio and dozens injured in tornadoes hitting Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky.
Search and rescue operations are underway in Indiana after a possible tornado slammed Selma and Winchester. And this man in Milton, Kentucky says a twister hit there.
You look at the damage and you're like, wow, how could something like this happen?
Carmen Roberts, Fox News.
U.S. District Court Judge Eileen Cannon says no to dismissing Donald Trump's criminal charges for withholding classified documents on the basis that the charges related to the Espionage Act are unconstitutionally vague.
There's still one motion out there hanging. Throughout the 4 hours in court, there was some real skepticism on the part of this judge. She said dismissing this case might be premature. She also said it might be better left to a jury.
Fox's Steve Harrigan in Fort Pierce, Florida. The other motion to dismiss is based on the Presidential Records Act. America's listening to Fox
News. Freedom 97.1.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
Okay, we're back. It's about 8:02. In a couple of minutes, we'll get a call from our district attorney about non-district attorney business today.
That's right.
So that's going to be fun.
Something
Ernie
exciting
Lee,
he's
we'll find
doing.
out what's going on. Up in Chicago, an 11-year-old boy is dead. His pregnant mother is fighting for her life after they were attacked in their home by a guy who was released from jail just the day before. Police say officers responded to an apparent domestic incident in Chicago's Edgewater neighborhood around 8 a.m. Wednesday. They found an 11-year-old boy who had suffered an injury to his chest and a 33-year-old woman who had suffered multiple stab wounds. Both victims were rushed to the hospital. The boy died. The woman is in critical condition with a cut to her neck. A police source said the victims are mother and son, and the mother is 8 months pregnant. The Cook County Medical Examiner's Office identified the boy. J. Don Perkins, a neighbor, described him as a great kid and the family as calm and loving. She was a lovable woman, they said, and her son was very well mannered and spoke to me all the time. I'm sorry for this tragedy. The man identified as the prime suspect is in custody. He has a history of domestic battery and was just released from jail the day before, Tuesday. Police have not said how the victims and the suspect knew each other. The mother's fiance and the father of her unborn child says he knows the guy. Charges are pending. So much.
I agree with you so much.
Ernie Lee, good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Rayford. How are you doing?
Oh, hanging in here, sir.
Good
I
morning,
hope you are.
Ernie.
Yes, sir. Hey, all. How y'all doing?
We're good. Doing good.
Me too.
You got something
to gears this morning.
You got something.
Being the district attorney, I'm calling about something else.
Yeah, I was excited to hear that. You do have a life outside the DA's office, right?
I don't know when you have time.
I do. Sometimes it doesn't seem like I do, but actually I do a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I saw a picture of you this morning that I'm like, what? Who's that man? Who's impersonating our
I
district
shared a
attorney?
picture, Ernie.
Yeah, what pictures was that? I don't even know.
Misty sent me one last night of you, and I believe it's your son, and you're dressed in your outfits, your costumes.
Oh, yeah, playing Roman soldiers.
Yes, yes. It was a great picture.
Yeah, that's a little bit different for me, isn't it?
Yeah, yes.
So tell us about this event.
Okay, well, it's something that's been held at Bethlehem Baptist Church since the early 1990s. We have about 75 people from the church that participated, including my family. I've got 5 members of my family going to be participating in it. My son and I, we both play Roman soldiers. And it begins tonight at 7 o'clock, Saturday night at 7 o'clock, and Sunday night at 7 o'clock. And I think it's a great presentation. It depicts the last week of Jesus' life, from the time of his triumphant entrance into Jerusalem until the time that, of course, he tried and then crucified in the resurrection. It is a great play. We've been having a good time rehearsing it. And I just think it's just a great story to watch. And I just welcome anybody here in Jacksonville, the Onslow County area, like to come and see it. It's at Bethlehem Baptist Church at 7 o'clock tonight, Saturday night, and Sunday night.
Well, it certainly is a very timely time to have this time of year.
Yes, exactly.
With Easter right around the corner.
So I want to know.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great time. And we've been doing this for years now. And we've got a couple of great directors, Jan Marshburn and Debbie Bryan. and Evan Jarman of Jacksonville plays Jesus.
I was going to ask who was
Okay.
playing Jesus.
Cool.
Yes, Evan Jarman. He's a teacher over in Richlands.
Oh,
Really? Well,
That sounded
that
really
should be
good.
interesting conversations in his classroom.
right.
I bet. So he does a great job, actually. I'm in one of the scenes. Well, actually, I'm in quite a few scenes, but I'm in one of the scenes where we're actually taking him up to the cross. I had to play a pretty brutal soldier,
Oh.
and I'm yelling and stuff like that.
I've got to see this.
Trying to be such a not a nice guy during that scene. But anyway, it's a great play, a great drama, a lot of good music in it, and it lasts less than an hour. So it doesn't take a whole lot of time out of a Saturday or Friday, Saturday, or Sunday night.
All right, that's cool. That's good. Yeah, I guess you can get rid of some of your pent up actions from your work as a DA when you're doing your yelling, right?
You know, that maybe I am doing some of that, Ray. I haven't even really thought about it. But because I am yelling pretty loud and being kind of mean. But yeah, I am. Maybe it is just some pent up stuff from me from just being in court.
Oh,
I can
gosh.
understand that. Have you ever given any thought to maybe wearing that uniform that you have to the courtroom one day?
Walking in
I'm
with the
not sure the
spear.
judges would approve. They seem to be more coats than tie guys and ladies. So I'm not sure I could do that, but obviously it would make an impact, wouldn't it?
It would make an impact. Certainly would make the news. I'm sure of that.
It would make the news. I'm not sure in the favorable way. I'm not sure the conference of DAs would like it so much.
I probably would get a big kick out of it, knowing you the way you really
That's
are.
right.
Now,
That is right.
is there any fee to attend this?
Admission?
No, it is free.
Really?
Okay.
It's free. It is free. And again, it's at Bethlehem Baptist Church on Gum Branch Road. And all the seats are good the way that church is built. And is a great, I'm going to go see. I'd recommend anyone go see it.
Okay. It's a 7 o'clock. Is it tonight as well? Tonight, Friday,
It starts
Saturday, and
tonight.
Sunday.
And tonight, so tonight and the next 2 nights after that.
Great. That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Sounds wonderful.
So be there on time. Any popcorn served?
No popcorn.
Can we bring popcorn?
Yeah, I've never seen a rule about eating in church. I don't even know.
I don't think I'd want to eat
I
in
don't
church.
think so. Mm.
I know they have wafers and wafers,
Yeah.
wafers and wine.
But
No,
Fake
it
wine.
sounds
Sure
like
about the popcorn.
what's that?
Fake wine.
Yeah, fake wine. It sounds like an awesome program. I've got to clear
I
my
think
schedule.
anybody would enjoy it, and it's been a real joy for me to rehearse. I mean, it's taken a lot of time to rehearse, but got a lot of children involved in it. Got to bring my family involved, which I've liked that a lot. We're all playing different parts, and including Misty. She's backstage.
Oh, is she?
I was
Good.
going to ask what she was doing. Oh, she's staying behind the curtain, huh?
She's behind the curtain, but she helps keep me in line.
Bullwhip time.
Uh-oh. Here's your spear. Get out. It sounds exciting. I would. And the name is
It's called The Victor.
The Victor.
Victor. The Victor.
Ooh, okay. Like that.
We'll have to put a little blurb on our Facebook page today about it.
Yeah. Are there any
Yes.
flyers out there anywhere? Any flyers or anything like that you have posted?
Yeah, Misty will send you one. Okay.
That's
Okay,
great.
that'd be
Perfect.
great.
So we'll get that out on our Facebook page
Yes,
too.
definitely.
So that sounds great. We really appreciate it. I think it's an incredible drama, and it's a story that people need to see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right, Ernie, got to get back in here to
Thank
talk about
you.
that other job you have.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. We've been very busy. I've been sending you some press releases, Ray.
Yes, I've got them. We've been reading
You
them.
can tell we've been very busy. God's been very busy. Just had a trial finished over in Duplin County. Jury came back guilty of first-degree murder.
Yay.
So we've been pretty busy at the DA's office, and I was in Duplin some this week, been in Oslo a lot, but been very, very busy, and we got some big stuff coming up too.
Okay. Next time you're in here, remind me, I'll give you a poster that I created along with another fellow at one time, and it's not PC. You can't put it up in your office, but you might get a kick out of it.
Oh, get the
Okay,
man
I'd love
in
to see that,
trouble.
okay?
Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
All right, Ernie, you take care, sir.
Thank
Have
you.
a great weekend.
Okay. Thank you all. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Okay.
Planning
Thank
on it.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Bye-bye.
See,
There's
this-
so much to do this weekend, too. I mean,
you
you know.
took the words right
wow.
out of my mouth. That's what I was
So
going to say.
it's good, clean, healthy stuff, too, all the way
Yes.
through. So that's just even more better.
All the free screening that you can
Yeah.
get with the
And an Easter
Hop
egg
into Hell,
hunt
the Easter
for the
egg
kiddies.
hunt. I'm going to watch The Victor this weekend. I'll definitely have to go watch this.
That would be a good one.
Yes.
All right. Renewed talk on Capitol Hill of plans to make a shorter work week the new norm for most Americans. Our good old boy, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, announced this week that he will formally introduce a bill to establish a standard 32-hour work week with no loss in pay. Less work, more money.
Well, how can you say no to that?
Well, yeah.
Less work, more money.
Look at the businesses.
I would have loved
you
that.
got to be really careful when you start playing those kinds of games, because I know for a fact that, if you're a full-timer, which is 32 hours or more, that's what's decided to be a full-timer, right?
Right.
If you keep playing games along those lines and you get benefits, a lot of places, offer you benefits like a week's vacation, 2 weeks vacation paid, all that sort of good stuff. Maybe your health insurance or part of it is paid for, but they don't do that for part-timers. For instance, I know a company that for its receptionists, when all of this stuff started hitting the fan a few years ago, a bunch of years ago now, they made, instead of one full-time receptionist job, they made 2 part-time receptionist jobs.
Well, see, they save on a lot of things.
A lot of other
The
stuff.
benefits, the retirement, the health,
Yep.
everything. So
Overtime.
and overtime. And it's a smart move for an employer. It's just bad news for the employee.
That's right. But, employers, businesses have got to survive. And there's
Yes.
just so much going on right now in this world. I was having a chat with a representative from one of the distributors that we deal with. And he says, that company, which is a huge company, they're looking for investors in their company now because things are gone so bad. You go around, drive around, and you see all these boat dealers or car dealers.
Mhm.
They have what they
Yes.
call floor plans.
Right.
They are supplied with a number of vessels or vehicles. And at a certain point in time, that floor plan is being charged interest on each vessel or vehicle that's there.
Okay.
There's one company in Little Washington that this gentleman was telling me about that is now paying $60,000 a month in
What?
interest for the boats it has on the lot.
What? How can you survive? You could sell one boat and
Still lose.
still lose.
You got to sell a bunch of boats.
That's just is crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is
Absolute
absolutely
craziness.
ridiculously crazy. And he was telling me about the number of businesses that, oh my God, they're turning their vehicles and their vessels back in this case, because they can't sell them.
It's just.
But they've already paid interest on them, so they are already taking a loss right up front.
Things have changed so much. I mean,
They have.
It's just like pretty soon you will not see a furniture store anywhere.
Nope.
People are buying furniture online now for the convenience, the ease of it.
Well, and yeah.
And the prices.
Well, you can, for a furniture store, for instance,
Right.
they got all that whole showroom full of furniture. You can go in and shop around and look at it and, lay hands on, sit down on it, test it out, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
But they may not
Exactly.
have exactly what you want. So they go to online and take a look and say,
Right.
okay, this is what I want. But you've never tested it. You never sat down to look
Yeah,
at it.
that's because I did that one time. I ordered a chair from Wayfair,
Uh-huh.
and it had like an ottoman that goes with it, and the back would lay down to make like a twin bed. It was so rock hard. It didn't last long.
Yeah.
I took it apart piece by piece, saved all the stuffing, the wood. The rest went in the garbage.
Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, crew. How's
Hey,
everybody?
Well,
Chris.
good morning,
How are you, sir?
Chris. Our hearts
I'm
were
doing
with
well,
you
thank you.
today.
Yes, you betcha.
Our condolences, Chris.
Oh, thank you all very much. Mom's in a better place, and Kathy is recovering from her little mishap. But
She feeling a little bit better?
I'm sorry.
Is she feeling a little bit better? I told her she'd really
Yes,
be
a
sore
little
today.
little sore, like
Yes.
she would be, but she's doing well. I
Good.
appreciate you asking. Sorry for my absence here this week, but I'm calling in. But I did want to mention something, Rafer, since you brought up good old Bernie and his bill to reduce with a work week to 32 hours. Good. Hope that goes through for the workers and more money. It's interesting, though. I wonder how fast they'll act on that when they can't act on passing one set time of year as being get rid of either daylight savings time, just at one time for the year. It's been up there for so long, and they can't pass that one. It takes, 5-minute vote.
That's all it takes.
Aye, all opposed. Yeah, either not have daylight savings time and just one set time, or
I agree.
Or adopt daylight savings time for year round. One or the other.
I
Just
think
do something.
Add to a person's health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it served its point back when it was first created for the farmers and things, but now that several mechanical and things, and quite frankly, I don't know back then, other than the farmers working their crops, I don't think the cows and other animals, the plow horses, I don't think they knew what time of day it was. It was just giddy up, go, let's go and plow.
There you go.
But it's so funny when I watch them in the House and in the Congress, Senate, whatever, this stuff, and they spend more time not sitting in their chairs doing something and voting on bills and things and getting our country moving in a better direction than they do whatever it is they're doing when they're not in their seats doing what they should be doing.
You know, there's a thing called you get paid for what you actually produce, not for actually what you want to do. It's like I think it was an elementary school teacher defining work one day. Is it work when you go out there and try your best and stand all day long and push against a big old oak tree and get nowhere doing it? I know you're tired, but have you accomplished anything?
No, and that's the thing, you know. And I know that there's a current board member that thinks children shouldn't be awarded for their efforts in school and classroom work and things like that. Shouldn't be recognized. They should be recognized, just like athletes are recognized. These children doing so much with their academics, and the teachers that are behind them doing things like that. And they should be compensated. They should be compensated better. But the difference, I guess, is you folks can't give yourselves a raise. In our former careers, we got raises based on our performance.
That's right.
We were never able to give ourselves a raise.
Nope.
But these guys, these people in positions in government can give themselves a raise, and we, their people they serve, can go, I don't think you deserve one. Oh, well, you have no say in this.
That's it. That's what they do.
So anyway, I know you're tight on time. It's a Friday. I'm looking forward to hearing my buddy Chris, and want to thank you all for your condolences again, and I hope you have a blessed weekend.
Absolutely.
You too, Chris. I'll
Thank
talk
you,
to
Chris.
later.
Thanks.
You take care.
Take care.
Let's take a break, do some weather. We'll be back here live and local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
It's Cool Bobby B. Jacksonville, Onslow County, and beyond. You have found the official station for the Doo-Wop Stop. Heard Saturday nights, 7 till 10, right here on Freedom 97.1 WSME. And worldwide at WSME971.com. Join me as we play the absolute best and greatest doo-wop songs of all time. Saturday night, 7 till 10. Get connected now at doowopstop.com.
Hey, it's your afternoon guy, Chris Hoffman, man. Make sure you join Rayford and the crew from Live and Local Real Talks. We broadcast live at the Angry Ginger Irish Pub, 1202 Gum Ranch Road, right here in Jacksonville, for the Angry Ginger St. Patrick's Day weekend celebration tomorrow from 3 to 5. Enjoy the Sham Rock and Roll Karaoke Contest finals while we're there, 3 to 6. There'll be drinks, food, live music all weekend long with Freedom 97.1 at 1120 AM WSME. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Langan & Associates Family Dentistry.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor Service Agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful, handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridge Street, Morris City. Open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville. Open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Beginning at 8:30, in just a few minutes from now, you will have 8.5 hours to take advantage of a sale on bait and tackle, including rod and reel combos at Tideline Marine right here in Jacksonville. Through 5 o'clock this afternoon, you can save 20% on any bait or tackle in stock. And lucky you, Tideline just received an early shipment of additional fishing lures, and they're included in this special. Tomorrow begins the Luck of the Irish special offers, $500 off any John boats in stock. And get this one, $2,000, $2,000 off the price of any of the Predators in stock. Knock yourself out and save some really nice bucks. Tideline Marine and Family, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Offshore today, southwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots, increasing to 15 to 25 this afternoon. Seas 2 to 4 feet, dominant period 5 seconds. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop, becoming choppy this afternoon. Westerly winds tomorrow, 10 to 15 knots, becoming northeasterly in the afternoon. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Sounds and rivers only a moderate chop. Sunday, southwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop.
Today, increasing clouds, a high of 83. We could have winds 7 to 14 miles an hour with gusts as high as 18 miles an hour. Tonight, chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 a.m. Mostly cloudy, a low of 59. Tomorrow, partly sunny, a high of 68. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, low of 55. But Sunday, partly sunny, high of 76 glorious degrees.
Yes, nice. It's
about it.
that time of year.
Yeah.
Watch out for the pollen.
The pollen is horrific.
I went to wash my truck yesterday and it's already covered again.
Yeah.
I'm just like, eh.
The father of a Michigan school shooter was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter Thursday, a second conviction against the teen's parents, who were accused of failing to secure a gun at home and doing nothing to address acute signs of his mental turmoil. If he had acute signs of mental turmoil and they actually gave him a gun, did not secure it, something's wrong. The jury verdict means James Crumbley has joined Jennifer Crumbley as a cause of the killing of 4 students at Oxford High School in 2021, even without pulling the trigger. As far as I'm concerned, they pulled the trigger. They had separate trials as the first U.S. parents to be charged in a mass school shooting committed by their child. Jennifer Crumbley, 45 years old, was convicted of involuntary manslaughter in February. The verdicts, one each for the 4 counts, were read about 7:15 p.m. at the end of a full day of deliberation in Oakland County Court. Crumbley, 47, James, who heard the outcome through headphones because of a hearing problem, slowly shook his head from side to side as the jury foreman said, "Guilty." A deputy sheriff removed a dress tie from his neck, shackled him at the waist, and returned him to jail. Family of some of the fallen students wept quietly and gripped each other's hands in the second row of the courtroom. Later, at a news conference, County Prosecutor Karen McDonald stood next to them and praised their unwavering courage through extraordinary tragedy and grief. She said, "This verdict does not bring back their children, but it does mark a moment of accountability and will hopefully be another step to address and end gun violence." District Attorney Mario Lehman said James Crumbley obviously feels terrible about what happened at the school. He and his wife each face a possible minimum sentence of as much as 10 years in prison when they return to court on April 9th. Prosecutors focus on 2 key themes at the trial: the parents' response to a morbid drawing on Ethan Crumbley's math assignment a few hours before the shooting, and the teen's access to a Sig Sauer 9mm handgun purchased by James Crumbley only 4 days earlier. The then 15-year-old Ethan made a ghastly drawing of a gun and a wounded man on a math assignment and added disturbing phrases, "The thoughts won't stop. Help me. My life is useless." But James and Jennifer Crumbley declined to take Ethan home following a brief meeting at the school, and staff did not demand it. A counselor concerned about suicidal ideations told them to seek help for the boy within 48 hours. Ethan had told counselor Sean Hopkins that he was sad over the death of his dog and grandmother and the loss of a friend who had abruptly moved away. He said the drawing was simply his jottings for a video game and that he wasn't planning to commit violence. But neither he nor his parents told school officials about the gun that they had just bought. Hopkins had hoped Ethan would spend the day with his parents, but when that was ruled out, the counselor felt the teen would probably be safer around others at school. Ethan pulled out the SIG from the backpack and began shooting later that same day, killing a 17-year-old, 2 17-years-old, a 14-year-old, and a 16-year-old. 6 more students and a faculty member were wounded. No one had checked the backpack, though a school administrator had joked about its heaviness. There are so many signs, so many issues. He's in there because of his attitude, his disturbing actions. Parents came in. They had bought a gun the day before, was it?
Yes, I believe so. I believe so.
They bought a gun the day before. He had access to it.
Yep. Right.
And they did not think to check to see where that gun was, even before they left home. They had a backpack and nobody searched it after these disturbing,
Right. All the signs.
all the signs were there and everybody missed it or did not want to get involved. Hey, this is a heavy backpack. You got a lot of books in there, do you? It doesn't matter. I'm going to look.
Well, mental health issues do not normally just pop up overnight. So,
oh no, well, this has been going on for a while.
Yeah, and I don't understand why the parents had not been a little more proactive with
Why did the
helping
parents
him
take him home?
get into treatment way before. And supposedly the dad testified that he mentioned, or the school gave him, somebody testified they gave him them a list of mental health providers.
Why didn't they take him home? After that, he needed some help from home.
I would have taken him home. He wouldn't have been there, but yeah.
At that point in time, if it had just, no, absolutely not. You know, Somebody help me out here. You're the counselor.
Mhm.
I don't get it. But just as a parent, as somebody at school, with all the school shootings that there have been, and you're a counselor at the school, and you've just been sitting down and having this talk with this guy, and you don't check his backpack?
I've had kids come in for counseling and they had to beg their parents to let them come to counseling. Like, why? You know, a lot of parents feel like there's a stigma. There's not a stigma. And
This is a stigma.
Yeah.
And look what it's got him. Got the kids sentenced to life and got them going to spend 10 years minimum.
Mm-hmm.
I see more as the parents that need to go.
Yeah.
When Daddy James heard about the shooting, he rushed home from his DoorDash job and looked for the gun.
Yeah, I imagine he did.
Why didn't he look for it after he went home from that? Why didn't he look for it before he left home to go to the school to see if there was any?
But why was it ever not locked up?
Right.
Yes, he had that responsibility to make it unaccessible.
But didn't they buy it for him or something?
That's what they said at the time. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember reading that. I don't know how true that is.
Investigators found an empty gun case and empty ammunition box on the parents' bed. A cable that could have locked the gun was still in a package. New guns come with a locking mechanism.
Yes.
It's as simple as, folks, get a padlock,
Mm-hmm.
a small padlock, put behind the trigger, through the trigger guard. That gun, the trigger cannot be pulled.
Mm-hmm.
It cannot be pulled. If you don't want to go to the expense of buying a gun safe or a gun lock or whatever, get a padlock. Don't get one of those cheap things that you can tap with a hammer and it falls
Right.
open.
Yeah.
I mean,
Get a
they
decent-
make stuff
They do.
specifically for
They
that.
do.
Yeah.
But you know what we used to use before the days of all these gun locks and stuff as cops?
Handcuffs.
That's right. Flip the handcuffs behind the trigger guard.
Mhm.
And then you can also take the other cuff and put it to something that does not move.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to be safe. And you got the key and nobody else does.
That's right. Which reminds me, I still have to get a new key. I lost mine.
Your handcuff key?
Yes.
Well, I got two different sizes.
I'll bring them in one day.
Okay. What else we got going on?
Never know when I'm going to need them.
Oh, yeah. Don't get kinky. Don't get
my
kinky,
God.
Lee.
The Marine Corps has fired two commanders at its West Coast Infantry School, citing a loss of trust and confidence in their ability to execute the responsibilities of their commands. That's according to a statement from the Marine Corps yesterday. Colonel Seth S.W. McCutcheon, the commander of the School of Infantry West, and Major Nicholas Engel, the commander of the Reconnaissance Training Company, were both relieved on March 8th by Brigadier General Farrell Sullivan, the commanding general of the Services Training Command. Both units are based out of Camp Pendleton and follow 5 other firings of leaders in charge of training programs in the Marine Corps in the last 8 months. The Reconnaissance Training Company is a subordinate unit to the School of Infantry West, also known as SOIW. A spokesman for the service would not specifically say why the firings were related. However, they did occur on the same day. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Interesting.
So it doesn't say what they did.
No, it won't. I won't tell you that.
Hey, I got some local news for you.
Okay.
You know, you announced it the other day that a portion of Gun Road was going to be closed right there from Country Club Boulevard to Whaley Field Road.
Mhm.
They have postponed that.
Oh, really?
And it will be sometime in April. So
Why did they postpone it?
It's the State Department of
Because
Transportation.
the weather is going to be too warm and not raining.
That better not be why.
They give no reason why, but it's the DOT. So does that surprise you?
Yeah, postponing it. Somebody needed to be. Oh, the weather is too nice. They want to go to the beach.
Or maybe they couldn't get the parts.
Yeah, sure.
You know.
Let me say. Can I rub some salt under a wound this morning?
Go ahead. Do it.
Number 4, UNC dominant in rebounding and routes Florida State 92-67
They did.
in ACC tournament quarterfinals.
I picked on Robin about that.
Did you already?
Yeah. He didn't like it. He was like, "Well, I don't watch basketball. I
Ah.
don't care about
He doesn't.
basketball."
He
And
does
I'm
not watch
like,
it.
but Robin, it's Florida State. No, I don't care. And I was like, okay. But I guarantee if it had been reversed, I would have gotten a phone call from
I
him.
don't know that he would have known. He does not watch basketball. Unless I know Russ Jameson would have told him. So, but they are watching baseball and they're kicking butt and taking names on baseball.
Oh, yeah.
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 Florida State's
I love baseball.
routing everybody. So,
Good morning. I think I know who this is.
Hey, good morning.
I told you I knew who it was.
Hey.
Hey, Steve. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Caller ID helps a lot, don't it?
Well, I couldn't
He
see the
can't-
whole
he
number
can't
from
see
here.
it
It's
from
got too
where
much
it
light
is.
on it.
Yeah. There's a
I
glare.
got you. I got you. Hope y'all having a good day so far.
So far, got a couple of great ladies in here this morning, interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They did good.
You should come down and get some free screening.
I think I should have called this outnumbered this morning. It's what, 4-1?
All right.
What's up?
Guys, I heard your commentary earlier today, Rayford,
Mhm.
and I was just curious. Has anybody heard what provision of the Presidential Records Act allows Donald Trump to do what he done? Because I've read through it several times now, and I haven't found anything like that. Just the opposite, as a matter of fact.
Okay, let's see if I can find exactly what they said. Again. The PRA in the late 70s, and nothing in the statute says anything about documents with markings or anything that gives the National Archives and Records Administration the ability to challenge a president's decision about which documents are personal versus presidential.
Okay. Do you have a provision or a
I do
section of
not.
that?
All I have is statements from the courts.
Okay. Like I say, I've read through it twice. I can't find that anywhere in there. What I've read says that he has to submit for approval everything that he wants to keep this person. There has to be cataloged, and that they can challenge that list. And it says, during the time that he's president, that he does have control of the presidential records, but that would not include those folders that have those red labels on them that say top secret SCI. And you can go, Bill Barr has gone on the record many times stating that fact that, the whole argument aside, there's no scenario where those particular folders could have been in his possession. And then the other thing is that the whole reason for the Presidential Records Act was to stop a president from doing what Donald Trump did. After Nixon did it, and we had to pay him $13 million to get the records back from him, they passed this act to make sure that everything the president produced belonged to the American people. Nothing belonged to him anymore except for maybe his personal diary or memoirs. And even that, they had to catalog it and submit it to the National Archives that they were taking it. They couldn't just box up random things and tell nobody and just hop them out. Now, I will say that the Presidential Records Act does say, it seems like that when he took those records to Mar-a-Lago, not counting the top secret documents, but everything else, that may have been legal because he was still president. And it says the president has control of those documents during the time he's president. But as soon as Joe Biden was sworn in and the National Archives asked him for those records back, he was no longer president. He was a private citizen holding National Archives documents at that point.
Okay, let me read you a second sentence in the PRA. The PRA changed the legal ownership of the official records of the president from private to public and established a new statutory structure under which presidents and subsequently the NARA must manage the records of their administrations. The PRA was amended in 2014, which established several new provisions. Specifically, establishes public ownership of all presidential records and defines the term presidential records, requires that vice presidential records be treated in the same way as presidential records, places the responsibility for the custody and management of incumbent presidential records with the president, requires that the president and his staff take all practical steps to file personal records separately from presidential records, allows the incumbent president to dispose of records that no longer have administrative, historical, informational, or evidentiary value once the views of the archivist of the United States on the proposed disposal have been established in writing. Establishes in law that any incumbent presidential records, whether textual or electronic, held on courtesy storage by the archivist, remain in the exclusive legal custody of the president, and that any request or order for access to such records must be made to the president, not NARA. Establishes that presidential records automatically transfer into the legal custody of the archivist as soon as the president leaves office. That's the one that's going to get it.
That's what I understand too. As soon as he leaves the office, everything is supposed to be turned over to the National Archives. He no longer has any rights to that material.
Establishes
and
that
he wants. I'm sorry.
Establishes that presidential records automatically transfer into the legal custody of the archivist as soon as the president leaves office. Does that say, and here's the only catch-all, the problem there, the loophole, you might say, and this is probably what the lawyers are looking at. Well, he took them home with him at that point in time. Does he have a responsibility to return them at that point in time? That's going to be the argument.
I would say that responsibility to return them might be a little gray, but once the National Archives turned it over to the Justice Department, a grand jury issued a subpoena for him to turn them over. I think that took it, to a new level. Now they're having to seek legal action to get him to comply with the law.
Yeah, and
he still refused.
And the other thing is, there's nothing in this thing that indicates that, regardless of whatever the markings on it, that means classified, top secret, or debunked or whatever. That doesn't apply to this PRA.
It's because that information is strictly governmental information, and there's no scenario where that can be considered property of the president.
Well, it's open for interpretation.
Well, I mean, there's some people who don't believe that, and there's people on the right that don't believe that.
No, I'm on the right, but I believe it's open. It's going to be open for interpretation.
Even if he declassified those documents, that classified version, it still has to be handled as a top secret SCI document.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be returned to the National Archives, and they have to reissue it as a declassified document. And 90% of the time, there's going to be redactions in that document. There's going to be things that are blacked out. You're not going to have a release of the completely classified version that Donald Trump had. So those particular documents still have to be handled. There's protocols for that.
Mm-hmm.
Not laying on the floor, not where the public can access them,
or in the trunk of a Corvette.
Here's the thing, and this is where people get confused. There were no documents with those red markings and those SCI markings at Pence or with Biden.
I don't know.
That's unique to Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know you don't know because you obviously don't know because you stated it was.
I did not state it was.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. You just said, "What about the stuff in Biden's trunk?"
Yeah. What about the stuff in Biden's trunk?
Did
it was classified.
Do what?
And there's a big difference between classified and top secret.
Yeah.
So there's all these people keep trying to make all these false equivalencies, and it's not the same. And the archives gave Donald Trump many, many opportunities to avoid any prosecution in this, and he refused at every turn.
And this is where it's going to be up to the courts to make that decision.
Yeah. But once again, like I say, the whole thing about the Presidential Records Act, they seem to never point to a specific provision in there that allows them to do what they did. They just keep trying to make a vague statement saying it allows them to do that. But it doesn't take long to read that Presidential Records Act, and you can see everything in there is designed to say that nothing belongs to the president, everything belongs to the National Archives once he leaves office.
Okay. All right, we'll wait and see what the courts say.
Anyway, thanks for you guys'
you
time.
take care.
Y'all have a blessed weekend.
Have a good weekend. You're live in Local Real Talk. Don't wait. We'll be right back.
Got his Rick Dees, and don't forget about Sports Talk with Chris Rayner. Friday mornings at 9 a.m. Great interviews, the latest in local, college, and pro sports. Chris Rayner is number one. Find Chris right here on Freedom 97.1 and 1120 AM WSME.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of these specials and many, many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store down home down the street, where good things cost less. Main Street in downtown Maysville. How about corned beef brisket flash, $4.99 a pound. Whole top sirloin is only $5.99 a pound. Top sirloin filet, $8.99 a pound. And 10 pounds or more fresh ground beef is only $2.59 a pound. Whole bone-in pork one, just $1.59 a pound. Over in produce, you get a pint of fresh berries for just $3.99. Jumbo green bell peppers, 99 cents each. And you also get crisp green cabbage, 49 cents a pound, and you get a 1 pound bag of peeled baby carrots for just 99 cents. Also, you get two 2-liter size Coke of Sprite for just $5. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store down home down the street, where good things cost less. Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the P.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Okie dokie, we're back here for the little bit of time left here, and we have to take the break here pretty soon. What else you got over there?
What do we want to talk about? Sports talk? That's
Yes, we do.
on after Live and Local this morning.
Coming up here with Chris Rayner.
Yes. Chris's guest this morning. Of course, we're talking about sports talk with Chris
I
Rayner.
know who this guy is.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure everybody out there, we reminded them.
Yes.
Ken Lavelle will be on the show today. He is from the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and they're going to be talking about the big FCA golf tournament coming up on March 29th at Bear Trail. And Chris's co-host will be Robert Farley. Now, if you're an avid attendee at the games, you know Ken as the announcer at the games. So yeah, he's
the PA guy. He does the what's going on
right
for the fans in the stadium.
And Chris is in the studio now along with Hollywood, and if you'd like to connect with them and chat, it's going to be a good show this morning.
Hey Chris, you guys there? Oh, I got to go to the station. Hold on. Give me just a second, boys. All right, Chris, you there?
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're hanging in here.
I've been listening. You guys been talking about some good stuff.
We got all sorts of stuff going around here today.
Pollinating and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Like a snowstorm last night. I went outside with my stream light to do a couple of things and shine it up in the light. And it looked like a yellow lightsaber.
Oh wow!
Was it not pollinating though? Was it?
Well, we got a great show up for Sports Talk. We got Ken Lovell, who I believe is actually a distant relative of Jim Lovell. Now, I know you know who that is. Anyone else in there know who that is?
No.
Piloted Apollo.
Yes.
11, right?
Oh, that. Okay. I'm thinking World of Sports.
Yes, the movie Apollo 13. You're right. And Ken has just rolled in the studio. So we got a good show coming up with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes director, Ken Lovell. We're going to talk about their big tournament coming up March 29th at Bear Trail. That's one of their big fundraisers of the year. We're going to talk about the ACC tournament. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but Virginia then State beat the devil out of Duke.
Yeah.
Beat Wake Forest. And then let me see, what was the other game? Oh, yes.
Florida State.
Beat the crap out of Florida State.
Yes, they did.
Big game.
And I was just checking Florida's standings right now. They're like 21.
Florida State?
Yes.
Yeah, they probably aren't going to make the tournament because they had to win probably one more round to have a decent shot of getting in on the bubble there.
And we have the Hills and Duke, and I believe it's North Carolina State that are up in the top 15.
Yeah, State
Right now,
should
right
make
now.
it. I believe they play. Robert's shaking his head there, but I got confidence in them. They'll beat Virginia today and play Carolina in the final. I think they beat Virginia today. I think they're in. Robert's still shaking his head. So we'll talk more about that on Sports Talk. We'll leave that as a teaser. How about that?
There you go.
And we'll talk, of course, about the Carolina Hurricanes. They 4-0 whitewashing last night of the best team in the NHL, but record-wise. So it's an uptick. So we got great things on Sports Talk. And, of course, the main thing is Ken Lovell and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it.
Yes.
Ken, give us a word.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Who
Ken.
are we talking to here?
We're talking to Rayford.
Well, hey, Rayford.
And Lee.
And Lee. Don't forget about Lee. And Kelly.
Kelly's out this morning. She just left.
Oh, did she?
Yep.
Oh, so she didn't get my Florida State thing?
No, but I gave it to her earlier.
I heard, yeah. You guys were digging pretty hard there, especially Lee.
Yep.
I didn't mean anything by it. That was all directed at Robin.
Ready to roll.
All right. Boys, thank you.
Thank you.
Looking forward to the show. Good luck. All right, we're back here, but we got to take a break. You're live in local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Hey.
WSME. It's the Angry Ginger Irish guest celebration, and all gets underway tonight. Agreeing with the biggest St. Patty's Day party in Jacksonville. Inside the pub, check out DJ Donna and the Sham Rock and Roll Karaoke Contest semifinals at 9:30 p.m. Outside in the Garden Pavilion is live music from Freeway from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. The silent auction table to benefit Onslow Outreach opens at 6 p.m. and goes on throughout the weekend. Saturday, March 16th in the Garden Pavilion. Come join in the fun with DJ Donna and the Sham Rock and Roll Karaoke Contest finals from 3 to 6 p.m. In the pub, it's Matt Bowling from 5 till 8 p.m. and the Mid-Atlantic Band from 8 to 11 p.m. in the Garden with Steele County Express from 10 to 1 a.m. in the pub. St. Patrick's Day, Sunday, March 17th. A bagpiper will open and close the festivities with Celtic Sessions from 1 to 4 p.m. and multi-instrumentalist, vocalist, and recording artists featuring Irish music and to 8 p.m. And coming soon, it's The Rough at the Angry Ginger, featuring 5 golf simulators with a VIP bay and much more. The Angry Ginger, located at 1202 Gumrush Road, Jacksonville, 910-333-9198. Online, angrygingeririshpub.com.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only cover protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, Solidtech luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. That's suitable for For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2023 in the flooring covering and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering, they're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997, with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering, you stand on it, we stand behind it.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money. Outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back. I'm going to explain the echo that some of you Facebook and YouTubers will hear when we're doing interviews with Chris Rayner there. It's an electronic issue, and we don't have a workaround yet. So if you're listening on Facebook or YouTube, go to Simple Radio or go to WSME971.com, or you can listen to us over the air. 97.1 or 1120 a.m. live. So you'll get it that way. You won't hear the echo. Sorry for it. We're trying to work out something for it, but Facebook and YouTube are just bonuses for us. A Haitian migrant now charged with rape of a 15-year-old girl at a local migrant hotel was allowed into the United States by a controversial parole program that allows up to 30,000 migrants a month to fly into this country. Local authorities in Rockland, Mass. arrested 26-year-old Corey Alvarez, a Haitian national. Boston 25 News reported that he pleaded not guilty at his arraignment on Thursday on one count of aggravated rape of a child. The outlet reported that police responded to a Comfort Inn, which is part of a program to house migrant families. Multiple sources tell Fox News that Alvarez came to the United States in June via the Cuban, Haitian, Nicaraguan, and Venezuelan parole processes. This is not working, y'all. How about ask the parents of the 15-year-old? The policy was first announced for Venezuelans in October of 22, which allowed a limited number to fly directly into the U.S. as long as they had not entered illegally, had a sponsor in the U.S. already, and passed certain checks. In January of 23, the administration announced that the program was expanding to include Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Cubans, and that the program would allow up to 30,000 people per month into the U.S. It allows for migrants to receive work permits and a 2-year authorization to live in the United States, and was announced alongside an expansion of Title 42 expulsions to include those nationalities. The Department of Homeland Security recently said the process, which it describes as a safe and orderly way to reach the United States, is a key element of the administration's efforts to address high levels of migration throughout the hemisphere. Republicans have accused the administration of abusing the parole process with the program, but a recent lawsuit from 20 Republican-led states was recently shot down in the courts.
Gosh. I don't know if you heard the news yesterday. I watched it on FlightAware, but there was a small plane with a gear malfunctioning.
Yeah, I saw something
And
like that.
it had left Wilmington Airport. And so it got over to the Henderson Field Airport in Wallace.
Mhm.
And it looped and kept doing loops. And I imagine that was to burn up
Yeah,
gas.
get rid of some fuel.
I know one of the TV stations said it landed airport there, but it was on FlightAware, and myself and another friend, we watched it, went back to Wilmington and landed there, but was able to land safely. But what a scare that was.
Yes, sir, buddy. Yes, sir. Okay, we're going to take a break here, do a little bit of Fox News coming up next. And after that, it's going to be Chris Rayner, Sports Talk.
Yes.
He's got at least one special guest that we know about,
Yes,
Mr. Lovell.
Ken Lovell.
And we'll hear
And
more
Robert
about that.
Farley, co-host.
Yep. There you go.
Yes.
And I know Hollywood's in there too, and he'll probably pipe up every now
Oh,
and then.
yes, he does,
He will. And tomorrow, do not forget, tomorrow, 3 to 5 p.m. at the Angry Ginger on Gum Branch Road. Kelly, Lee, and me, along with Hollywood, will be
Right.
there for a couple of hours, spinning all the tunes that you like to hear and talking to people about, guess what? Irish.
That's right.
St. Patrick's Day.
And I probably won't be sitting at the table with you. I'll be at the judge's table. So if you come to see us, be sure to say hi to me too.
Well, you'll be there part of the time, won't you?
I don't know. I think
What time is it, karaoke?
I think it's 3 to 6 now. And the
3 to
remote's
6.
3 to 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna pop out and see you.
you'll
then.
have to run out during something and say, hey. Okay. Have a great rest of your day. It's got a good weekend shaping up. Lots to do around this neck of the woods. So get out there and take advantage of it. Don't forget, 20% off today. It ends at 5 o'clock for all the fishing tackle and rods and package rods and reels and associated stuff. 20% off today until 5 o'clock at Tideline Marine. Then there's going to be the Lucky Irish coming up.
Oh, just
We'll
real
have more
quick
about
too,
that beginning
Emerald
tomorrow.
St. Patrick's Day celebration Saturday at the Emerald Plantation.
Yep.
Something, the big thing they do every
That's
year.
their annual thing there. You're live and local Real Talk, Friday, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSMA. We'll see you Monday.
WSME, Temple Show, W2.